The final thing I want to say is in relation to the actions that are coming across Europe and in Britain. In Germany, this has already been a massive issue. It's been in newspaper reports, television reports. There's been a massive uproar about it, and they just had a poll which was published last week. 55% of the German people say no, we want nothing to do with TTIP. The DGB, which is the German equivalent of the TUC, so the German Trade Union Confederation, it has said quite clearly we want to stop this agreement, we want to halt the negotiations. And that's important because the German trade unions are usually the ones which are most pro-free trade. They're obviously the ones in the strongest manufacturing sector in Europe. We in Britain are now beginning to build a similar movement of saying no to TTIP. Trade unions like Unison, GMB, UCU in higher education, NUT for the teachers, have all come out and said no to TTIP. We and many other NGOs and Friends of the Earth from the environmental side are also part of this movement. Everybody is really warmly urged to get involved in this campaign. As I said at the beginning, this is a battle that we cannot afford to lose. But I am optimistic, and the reason for that is this. When they tried to introduce these same powers for multinational corporations back in the 1990s, we defeated it. In 1998, the Multilateral Agreement on Investment, which tried to incorporate exactly these same powers, was defeated. They tried then to bring them in through the WTO. They had an agenda of trying to expand the WTO's remit, and that failed. In 2004, all of these issues were thrown off the table. They tried to bring them in the Western Hemisphere through the free trade area of the Americas, which was George W. Bush's greatest dream. It went nowhere, and it was kicked out. People power can be really effective against this, and we're already beginning to see their case crumble. We've got a national tour of action and a day of action coming up in July, to which everybody here is really, really welcome to come along. The London part of that tour is going to be on the 10th of July in the evening. It's up at the NUT's hall in central London, in Mander Hall, so 7 o'clock on the 10th of July. And then there's going to be a day of action on the 12th of July with protests outside Europe House.